Richard Dawson was a man who had everything, or at least, that's what the world thought. With a net worth in the hundreds of millions, a string of successful businesses, and a reputation as a ruthless dealmaker, people in his city whispered his name with a mix of admiration and fear. He had clawed his way up from poverty, from sleeping on friends' couches in his 20s, to owning skyscrapers in his 40s. But there was one part of his life no one truly saw. Behind the guarded gates of his sprawling mansion, Richard was not just a tycoon. He was a widowed father, raising his only daughter, Emily. Emily was 15, sweet, thoughtful, artistic. But she often felt invisible in the glittering shadow of her father's empire. It was a Friday afternoon when Richard's big board meeting in Chicago was suddenly canceled. Instead of heading to another networking dinner, he decided, on impulse, to fly back home. His driver was surprised when Richard gave the rare instruction, "Take me straight home." He thought, maybe I'll surprise Emily. Maybe we'll go out for pizza. It's been a while. As the black Mercedes pulled into the long driveway, the house looked quiet. Too quiet. Richard stepped inside. No laughter, no TV sounds, no music. He loosened his tie and called out, "Emily, I'm home early." Silence. He checked her bedroom, empty. The kitchen, empty. He felt a slight sting of disappointment. Maybe she went out with friends, he thought. But then, faint muffled sounds drifted from the basement. Richard descended the stairs carefully. At first, he thought maybe Emily was playing music or watching a video. But when he turned the corner, what he saw broke him. There, on the basement floor, Emily sat cross-legged, surrounded by small lit candles. In front of her lay old family photo albums, pictures of her as a baby, smiling with her late mother. Emily's voice cracked as she whispered to the pictures, "Mom, I miss you. I wish you were here. Dad's never home anymore. He says he's doing all this for me, but I don't need the money. I just want him. I just want my dad back." Richard froze. His throat tightened. He had faced boardroom wars, billion-dollar negotiations, lawsuits, yet nothing had ever left him this powerless. "Emily," Richard finally spoke. His voice trembled. Startled, Emily spun around. Her face was wet with tears. "Dad, you're home early." Richard stepped forward slowly, his heart aching at the sight of his daughter's red eyes. "Sweetheart, why are you down here alone?" Emily clutched the photo album tightly. For a moment, she didn't speak. Then, the words poured out like a flood she had been holding back for years. "Because you're never here, Dad. Do you even know what day it is today?" Richard's mind went blank. He had no idea. "It's Mom's death anniversary," Emily whispered, her voice breaking. "And you forgot." Again. Richard's knees nearly buckled. The memory hit him like a storm. The hospital. The machines. The night his wife's heart stopped. He had promised to be both father and mother to Emily. But instead, he buried himself in work, thinking money could fill the void. Tears welled in Richard's eyes as he dropped to his knees beside Emily. "Sweetheart, I'm so sorry. I thought I was protecting you by working hard. I thought giving you the best schools, the best house, the best clothes, that it would be enough. But I was wrong. I was so wrong." Emily's lips trembled. "Dad, I don't care about any of that. I just want you. I just want to talk to you, to eat dinner with you, to feel like I have a father again." Those words shattered him. He pulled her into his arms, holding her tighter than he had in years. Both of them cried, the sound echoing in the quiet basement, candles flickering like gentle witnesses to their pain. They sat there for a long time, looking through the photo albums together. Emily showed him drawings she had hidden in the back, sketches of her mother, of the three of them together, smiling. Richard whispered, "She would be so proud of you, Emily. And ashamed of me. I forgot what truly matters." For the first time, Emily saw her father not as the untouchable millionaire, but as a broken man, a grieving husband, and, deep down, a dad who loved her more than anything, even if he had forgotten how to show it. That night changed everything. The next morning, Richard canceled his upcoming business trip. His secretary was shocked when he said, "Family comes first from now on. If a deal costs me time with my daughter, I don't want it." At first, his colleagues thought he was bluffing. But Richard kept his word. He scaled back his workload, delegated responsibilities, and started being present. He and Emily began cooking dinners together. They went on weekend hikes. He attended her school art show and clapped the loudest. Slowly, Emily's laughter returned to the mansion, filling the empty halls with life again. Scene 7. The annual ritual. 1 year later, on the anniversary of her mother's death, Richard and Emily didn't sit in the basement alone. Instead, they lit candles together in the living room. They told stories about her mother, laughed at funny memories, cried at bittersweet ones, and felt her presence in every flame. Richard held Emily's hand and whispered, "I can't bring her back, but I promise you, I will never leave you alone again." Emily smiled through her tears. For the first time in years, she felt whole again. Final message. Richard learned a lesson no amount of money could ever teach: success means nothing if you lose the people you love. And so, the millionaire who once built skyscrapers realized the most important thing he could ever build was a home filled with love.